You've known Rhubarb for quite a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, we went to school at Jacksonville State together.
Did you really?
Yeah. He played the pencils all the time on the desk. The professor would say, "Mr. Jones, if you don't mind, we're trying to have class here."
And he's drumming away?
He was drumming away, yeah.
So you knew he was musical?
Oh, yeah, he was playing with the band.
Already at that time he was?
Yeah, he was playing with the Southerners and, the band at Jacksonville State.
So you guys got to be friends that way then?
Well, and I heard him on radio in Piedmont, Alabama, at a little small AM station, WPID, and I was coming back home to Lookout Mountain, and I thought, that's that crazy guy that's in my history class.
Did you call him up?
No, I didn't call him up. We just got, I saw him, I told him I listened to him or whatever. I don't remember. It's just been in a great friendship. We've talked back and forth. And then I found him again in Asheville, North Carolina, then in Montgomery, Alabama, and I don't know where all he's been. He's been a lot of places.
So you met him and he knew you before you all sort of became famous in your lives?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we weren't famous.
It's nice to have friends that don't like you just because of, your fame.
Isn't that wonderful? And that's the ones that stay with you forever.
So you've been involved with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, this kind of benefit, for a while, haven't you?
I really have, and it's because of Rhubarb. It's because, he's a really cool guy and fun guy, but a very serious person with a big heart. And it's really not many Rhubarb Joneses in the world.
I think that's true for a student as well, because he's very supportive of us as students. He's never told any of us who are trying to get into this business, not to do it or, not to follow our dreams. And it's unusual to find someone who's successful in the business like that who believes in you. It means something.
Well, he's a Hall of Fame DJ. That's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
And the way that, that he's helped so many people, me and Foxworthy were talking about this, how he helped all of us. And, he introduced Foxworthy to Atlanta. He introduced Foxworthy to Alabama. And we brought Foxworthy to the June Jam to tell his jokes to 80,000 people. And, Foxworthy's a legend. And a lot of, especially comedians, people that did comedy and maybe a little different than just singing songs. He was very instrumental in a lot of people's careers like that, and he saw the big picture, and I know he saw the big picture in the group Alabama. And so it's a lot more to being a guy that just plays or a girl that just plays records. You can be an innovative, you can be a man or a woman that looks into the future and sees the future. That's the difference. He has seen the future.
So how did you do out in the links today?
I had the best time that I've ever had playing golf. It was the greatest. It was a grandma, grandpa, grandson, and I had a fabulous time. We played good. I think we had maybe a birdie or two on the holes. A real birdie, not a bogus. And we parred some holes and but had a great time. And good Lord blessed us with a gorgeous day.
It's unusually warm at this time of year too.
Oh yeah, and for me, I hate to play golf unless it's really hot. I love it when it's hot, and it's just you just feel all your muscles get loose, and it's like being in a sauna or something.
You know what I like too is that you had such a good day and such a fun time, involving something that can be really a very serious, life-changing, life-affecting tragedy. So it's wonderful that you get to kind of enjoy something, put sort of positive energy toward it.
Well, I don't think God expects us to be sad and cry all the time. I think that that we can rejoice in what we're doing. Don't sit around and pout and cry about it. Do something about it. And you can have fun when you're doing that. I mean, you can have a cold beer, you can have a drink, you can, whatever, smoke a cigar, but your heart tells you to help people, and you can still help. You can still help. And so I help, and I help, and I help. And this guy up here, I mean, he does the same thing.
He's talking about you on stage. He announced your name just now. Oh, all threw me off. I thought you were being called up on the stage. What I like is that you're talking about celebrating life.
Yes.
You know.
Well, celebrating life, and I learned that lesson from the beautiful children at St. Jude. Because, if they can, I've said this many times about my father. I lost my father when he was very, very young. And if I could spend a week with him, just tell him, how much I loved him, because he knew, and I talked to him all the time, but I never was ready to give him up. And, we celebrate those funny moments because there's nothing wrong in laughter. Laughter is a wonderful thing. And even though we know that sometimes the health prognosis is dire, you can still celebrate life, and as long as it lasts, and live it to the fullest.
That sounds like wonderful advice. Do you mind telling me how you're doing musically? Are you doing anything new right at the moment?
I just did a show in California with Alabama, and I got home yesterday, and we left last night to come over here. So
it's a busy life.
Yeah, it's as busy as I want to be.
That's nice to have that freedom.
Well, it is, but by that, it's just, I enjoy playing music. I love to write. And so, I wrote my book, and I'm going to be writing some more books. And of course, I write all the time.
Are you ever surprised at the twists and turns life brings you? I mean, would you have ever thought of yourself as an author? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but because I was inspired by my father, that I love poetry, love to read the Bible out aloud to us children, and I love the same poet that he loved, which was Edgar A. Guest. He was a legendary poet for the common man, and his poetry touched me through my father, and so now I think I have every bit of poetry or work that Edgar A. Guest ever did. So it's pretty incredible, and I'd pass it down to my children.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? Legacies that you leave. Look at how much your father's life still touches you even today.
Well, for me, the day my little girl came in and she showed me a list of poetry that she needed to learn to have points. So I got to the very last ones, and it was Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. I was like, oh my God. And so I said, baby, what about Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening? She's like, Daddy, I could never learn that. It's too long. And I said, why don't I show you that I learned how to do songs? So in about an hour, she was doing, whose woods these are? I think I know. Anyways, I said, blah, blah, blah. So then she does that, and then I get her to do that poem for the people at St. Jude. And to this very day, she's working on her master's at Auburn University, and she can do that poem.
Oh my gosh, what a wonderful story.
And so I went and bought all the work of Frost. I actually even have him reading his poetry at the University of Georgia.
Wow, you're kidding me.
No. I love creative people, and we're all a little different. So
what I like too is that God made us to be creative. I think when we're doing something creative, writing a song, or even this moment, creating a little bit of media, we're actually touching a little bit of what God is all about.
All right, absolutely. And about what people are about. People are people. I mean, people all over the country. Once you get away from the BS, people basically are the same. They want the same thing for their family, they want the same thing for their loved ones, and not to down the media, but the media overplays so much of the bad stuff that happens to all of us, and it'd be so great to have a good news channel.
Like today.
Like today.
It's very easy to pass this kind of event by, but it is inspiring, and it does change lives, and I feel like we're lucky to be part of it.
We're all very lucky to be here.
Randy, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I really appreciate it. It was a pleasure to meet you.